Now it's time to assemble our start section. This is going to involve the foot rails, the top rails, and the cross bracing. So we're going to come over here and we'll start at the bottom. So we've got a SD2A, which is the start section foot rail, and this one's the SD2AR, so it's going to go on the right side of the bridge. And the way you can tell you put these rails on the correct side is when they go in, this bottom hole lines up directly over the channel. If you put it on the wrong side, and you line up this bolt, you can tell that the hole does not. All right, so that's how you make sure you have these on the right side of the bridge. Now for these foot rails, we're going to use the longer 7/8 inch bolt, a 3-inch bolt. So we're going to go ahead and put it through the SD2A here. We're going to add the SD8 spacer. And then we're going to add the SD4A cross brace. This is the one that does not have a notch in the middle. So these cross braces have a notch on both sides. One's a longer notch with a square end. The other's a shorter notch with a corner clipped off. So the part with the clipped corner always goes at the top, and the one with the square end always goes at the bottom. So we'll put this through and put it on the end of the bolt here. And then we'll slide that bolt in. Now we're going to add our fasteners on the back side. So we've got our nylon, our flat, our lock washer, and our nut. There we go. And then we're going to hold this in place just by pinning a bolt through. So we're going to do another long bolt for the top. So it's going to be a 3-inch long, 7/8 inch bolt. Going through the top, we're just going to pin it in place, and we'll put all our fasteners on here so we remember the fasteners when we add another piece on top of it. All right, now we're going to put on our SD4B, which is the cross brace with the center notch, along with our top rail, which is the SD1A. Hence the SD1AR, so it's going on the right side. So we're going to get our 7/8 inch by 3-inch bolt, go through the top rail, going to go through SD4B. Remember, we've got that corner notch here at the top, because this one's going up to the top of the bridge, and then it goes through the SD3 right here. Now the center notch is notched to allow it to fit around the SD4A, just like that. We'll put this bolt in later. And we'll put the fasteners on the back side. We got the nylon, the flap, the lock, and the nut. And we can go ahead and hand tighten this one all the way through there. Now, if you're wondering why we didn't put an SD8 at the top, but we did at the bottom, the purpose of the SD8 is to keep a consistent width of the bridge the whole way down. So at the bottom junction, in all of the central connections, there's going to be a cross brace and a second cross brace. So there's going to be 2 cross braces meeting at the same bolt. At the very start, there's only 1 cross brace, so the SD8 fills that space. Now we're going to do the left side of our start section. It assembles the same way, except our top rail and our foot rail will be the L's instead of the R's. So we have our SD2AL, and once again, you know it's on the correct side because when you put the bolt in and line it up here, that hole lines up over the channel. Don't worry that there's no hole in the channel. We're going to drill that hole out ourselves at the end of the assembly process. So that one's going to go over here. And then we're actually going to start with the top rail on this side so that we can put our SD4A in first as a cross brace, because the B fits over the top of the SD4A. It's easier if you put that one on first. So we're going to do our long bolt, our 7/8 by 3, and it's going to go into the SD4A where the notch is here, the corner notch. And we'll bring this up and put it through the SD3. Just like that. Put our fasteners on the back, nylon, flat, lock washer, and nut. And we can hand tighten this bolt. Just like that. All right, now to the bottom. Once again, the 3-inch long 7/8 bolt, and go through the SD2. We're going to put on the SD8 spacer, and then our SD4B cross brace. Slide that into the SD3. Okay. Go ahead and hand tighten these fasteners. All of our washers in the nut. And then we can put a couple of these 7/8" bolts here to pin them up where we need them to make the installation of our middle section a little bit easier. And then we'll put all the fasteners and the nut on. You don't need to hand tighten these. We're going to take them off when we add another part to the kit here. But it keeps all of your fasteners together and stops the parts from falling off and banging you on the head. Just like that. And that's our start section.